Hello fellow art lovers. Today we're going to draw a neurographic mountain scene together. I hope you'll draw along with me. There will be places to pause the video so you can complete each step as we go along. I'll walk you through them. If you draw with me today, we'll both have an interesting, colorful piece of artwork by the time we reach the end of this video. Today's video is very relaxing. So let's enjoy this easy drawing experience together. For today's work, all you need is a permanent black marker like a Sharpie, a piece of thick paper like watercolor paper or mixed media paper, and some watercolors. If you don't have a permanent marker or watercolor paints, you can use colored markers, colored pencils, or crayons. If you don't have your paper and something to draw your black lines with, pause the video and go gather them up. Then restart the video and we'll draw together. In neurographic art, a person draws random curvy lines that intersect with each other. You start at one side of the page and end your line on a different side of the page. You can draw as many or as few lines as you want to. Watch me put in my lines. I'll speed up the video after a few seconds because you'll have the idea by then. Then pause the video and put in your lines. Your lines do not have to look like mine. Draw them any way you want to. Okay, now pause the video and draw in your lines. Next we'll draw in our mountain scene right over the lines we've already drawn. Again, your mountains do not have to look like mine. Make them any way you want them to look. Watch me draw in 3 mountains, 1 up front and 2 further back in the distance. I'll also draw a line across the bottom to indicate a field at the foot of the mountains. Okay, now pause the video and draw in some mountains and a line across the bottom for a field. You can make these lines wider like I did, so they'll stand out just a bit from the other lines that we drew before. Now let's draw in some clouds. Watch me draw in 2 clouds right over the neurographic lines I've already drawn. Then pause the video and draw in any kind of clouds you want. Now pause the video if you haven't done already and draw in your clouds and your mountain and your field if you haven't done that. The next step we have to do is to thicken up our neurographic intersections. Each place that the lines intersect, we need to round them off. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say I have a couple of lines like this. I round the intersections off like this. if they intersect like this, and I just fill them in like that. Just round them off. Now I'll round off the intersections in my drawing. I'll speed up the video after a few seconds because you'll have the idea. When you're ready, pause the video and round off the intersections in your drawing, even the lines that represent the mountains and the clouds. This can be a very calming drawing exercise, so take your time and enjoy the process. So by now you should have all your intersections rounded off. If not, pause the video and finish that step first. Next we'll add color. I'm going to use this little Winsor & Newton watercolor paint set. It's really small for us who like to take it out when we go painting outdoors. I paid only $15 for it. I'll leave a link to it below in case you might like to get yourself a small, good quality watercolor set for painting. But for our easy drawing lesson today, you can use any watercolor set you have. Or like I said before, you can use markers, colored pencils, or crayons. I love blue and green, so I'm going to make the sky blue and the main mountains green. I'm going to make the field in front of the mountains a lighter green because the field is catching light from the sky. The two mountains that are further back behind the main one will be yellowy green because mountains that are in the distance tend to appear lighter because of all the atmosphere that's between us and them when we're looking at them from a distance. You, however, can use any colors you want. You can make the sky blue and pink and the mountain purple and brown or whatever. It's entirely up to you. First I'll paint the sky, and I'm going to make some of the areas darker than others just to add some interest. I'm going to put a hint of color in the clouds, but I could leave them white if I wanted to. I'll speed up the video after a few seconds because you'll get the idea. When you're ready, pause the video and paint just your sky. Now it's time to paint the mountain and the field in front of them with various shades of green. I'll make my main mountain darker than the two mountains that are in the distance. I'll add yellow to them. If you make anything too dark, don't worry. I'm going to show you an art trick you can use to lighten up areas of watercolor drawings even after the paint has dried. After a few seconds of painting, I'll speed up the video. When you're ready to paint your mountains and field, pause the video and paint away. So if you haven't done it yet, pause the video, paint in your mountains and your field, and restart the video. Now let me show you the watercolor trick I promised you. If you made your colors too dark in any place, just dip your brush in the water and scrub some of the watercolor off. Then lift the color with a Kleenex. This works best if you're using watercolor paper, but it can work on some other types of paper too. Let me show you. Let's say I want the blue of the sky at the top of the mountains to be lighter. Here's how I would do that. Pretty cool trick, huh? I love giving away these types of art tips. If you like getting them, be sure to subscribe to this channel because I'm giving out lots more art tips for free. So here's my drawing. I like it. I hope you like yours too. Don't worry if your drawing is warped or buckled, like mine. I have a surefire way of flattening watercolor paintings. The link to the video about this super easy technique is in the description below. There's also a Facebook link below the video where you can post your drawings on Skillful Artists' Facebook page so that we all can enjoy it. I also suggest that you frame your drawings. I have a few frames here that I can use. Let me show you. That's kind of nice. I like this one. I also suggest that you frame your drawings. I'll put my signature down here in the corner. You should sign yours too. It's your drawing and it's uniquely your own. I invite you to contact me directly anytime with your comments or suggestions by emailing me at elaine@skillfulartist.com. If you like drawing with me today, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up icon, and click the bell to be notified when I post another video. Until then, dear art lovers, keep drawing and join me in the next easy drawing video.